Welcome, 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 my friend. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you, Suzanne. Good morning. I don't know about you, but creating cards for any occasion is one of my most style card that I create. So I have a stash of cards that are used for anything. They're perfect for those last minute cards. So I'm going to show you how to create one today with one of my favourite oval cards. So let's flip the screen and you can see that this is the card we're going to create. So we are live. Throw me some hearts. Say hello, say good morning, let me know where you're watching from. Any questions, I will try to answer them while we're live, and if not, I will come back in and answer them afterwards. Okay, so isn't this just so pretty? Goodness, the colours are greens, pinks, and then these beautiful purple sweet peas. Now I don't know about you, but the sweet peas made with paper traditionally are absolutely gorgeous, but these are super easy to create. So we're going to create those first. Diane, good morning. Barbara, good morning. Sylvia, good morning. It's so good to see you all. So I am using the sweet pea stamp and die set, and I am using the larger ones, and I'm using the larger leaves as well, but you could use the smaller ones, and you could, instead of using two of the larger flowers that we're going to create, you could mix it up and create some smaller ones. And these calyxes, these are just fabulous. So whilst I'm not using them on my card, I've stamped and cut some. All you could do is just add some prills into the centre of those and use them as little filler flowers. Now if you want to, you can absolutely stamp them in green and use them on the bottoms of the sweet peas as well. So it's always great to get the most out of your crafty stash. Lorna, it's so good to see you. My goodness, it's awesome that we're going to be crafting together this morning. Okay, so I've got my sweet pea stamp and I have stamped it in Stays On Iris. Now I'm using the art foam paper, and you can absolutely use the Ranger Archival ink or another permanent ink. My favourite go-to is the Stays On stamp inks, because they give just that beautiful vibrant colour, and it keeps. So I have cards that I created over a year ago, and look at the vibrancy that's still on the art foam paper there. Okay, so we've stamped in the iris ink, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in the vibrant violet. Claribel, Anna, Lisa, it's so good to see you, my friends. Friends, tell me, what's the weather like where you are? Oh my goodness, I know that a lot of people are suffering with lots of heat. Here today, where I am, we have rain, 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 and more rain. So I'm just colouring in my stamped image. And you can see I'm using like a stroking motion. There we go. And I'm just doing it pretty roughly. I'm not too fussed if I've got some white in there. I'm not going to colour the backs on this occasion. You can absolutely do so. That would give a completely different look. Okay, so all we're going to do is colour those. And then we'll take our coordinating dies and we'll lay them on top, run them through the die cutting machine, and we will get our die cut flowers. Lorna, it's going to be 90 degrees in California. I'm not sure what 90 degrees Fahrenheit is. It's 21 Celsius here, so I don't think that's that warm. My goodness, Lisa, you are 104 to 106. Wow. Friend, I'm hoping you're keeping cool. I don't know about you, but crafting is always a fun thing to do when we have to stay inside. So for me today, with it raining, I know I'm going to be crafting this afternoon. Okay, so the art foam paper, I'm going to move 2 of those aside, and I'm just putting my heat gun on so that it's getting a bit warmer, and I'm just going to come in. So we're going to twist these. You've seen me do this, I'm sure, with some of our other florals, and I just wanted to see what the sweet pea would look like, because sweet peas are lovely and flouncy flowers, aren't they? So I'm just holding it down with my scissors for a metal tip. Look, this is going to curl up nicely, and I'm just going to come in and we're just going to twist. Okay, we'll undo that. So we've now got one piece. We're going to use 2 of these pieces and 1 of these to make the flowers with. So let's do the next one, like so. Okay, Susan, you're saying it's going to be 107 for you as well. My goodness. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to twist this one as well, and we'll put that to one side, and we'll come back in with the last one and heat this one up. Now, I don't know about you, but creating foam flowers has become one of my favourite things to do, especially using this twisting technique. I know that Napur created some beautiful flowers in a video using an iron, and then when it was hot, putting it into the mould and just pressing it down with a sponge to take the shape, and it really looks beautiful. So there's lots of ways that you can use your foam. Okay, so I've got my 3 pieces, and I'm going to come in, and I'm just using some stamens. So these are white and I've coloured them green, and all I've done is I've used my leaf green ink, put them on it and added the colour. So I don't know about you, but white stamens are really fantastic because we can colour them up so that they can coordinate with anything else that we've got on our card. Okay, Dana, it's 106 where you are. My goodness. Okay, so I'm just going to pierce through the foam. I don't need a piercing tool because I'm using a piece of wire, and we'll just put some glue on the back. So I started with my 3-piece one. So one of these, I started with this, and I'm going to use this one again, and we're just going to push that through like so. There we go. Now each one is going to be different because you've twisted it differently. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with the 3rd piece. Now if you wanted to continue just creating with those same petals, you will get a different effect, and that would be absolutely stunning too. Okay, so I'm just going to push that through. So you can see that this is a fantastic, and I'm going to put that across so that those petals come across the flower, whereas the others were going this way. That last one with just the 2 petals on has gone across. There we go. And then we're just going to put some glue on the back. Okay, so I think I was saying, so you can see how quick and easy it is to make really beautiful sweet peonies with a difference. Okay. Sylvia, you say making foam flowers and vellum flowers are on your list to try. But you've got a quilt to finish with. Oh my goodness, how fantastic. A quilt. Oh my goodness, Sylvia, is that a present for somebody? And what a special gift to give. Okay, so I'm using the Simply Classic oval frame die, and I'm sorry, I completely haven't got the packaging one out, so I'm going to show you this one. And all I'm going to do, in fact, this is, I don't know about you, but this is how I store my dies. So I have got the storage panels that you can have stamps on one side and the magnetic side on the other for my dies, and I keep these in one of the storage folders like this. So this is how I store my dies that aren't a coordinating die. Right, so we're going to use this larger piece, and we're going to just take a folded piece of card, okay, and you're going to lay this over. And you can see what I've done is I have used these little notches here so that they kind of sit at the top of the fold, and die cut that through. Margaret, you're saying it's a perfect day for crafting. It's pouring with rain. Oh, my friend, rainy days are crafty days. Okay, so we have our card base. Let's move these out of the way. And I'm going to use the same die again. And this time I'm going to cut a piece of card and a piece of the paper. And I am using the Sweet Peony paper pad. Okay. So what we'll do is I'll get my glue, and we will glue this piece to our card base. Okay. Let's see if my glue's going to be working. Okay, there we go. Let's just, right, so I'm just going to put some around the outer edge like so. Sylvia, your quilt's a gift for your eldest daughter. She loves pumpkins, and so it's a pumpkin themed. Oh my goodness, what a special gift to give to your daughter. I'm sure she will absolutely treasure that. I know that a lot of love goes into making quilts, and what a skill as well, my goodness. Okay, so we've got that piece on, and then we're going to put our our piece of paper on, like so. So I've put a piece of card on top because I don't want the colour showing at the back, so you can see a little bit peeks up behind that fold. I just wanted that to be white and not have the piece of paper showing. Okay, but it's absolutely fine if you didn't want to put that on as well. Okay, right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the next die in, which is this one, and we're going to cut this in Lux Gold. Okay. And we're then just going to glue that onto here, but because we're going to get a reflection, I'm going to do a couple more steps before I glue them all together. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take the next three dies, which are these three. So you've got the oval, the decorative oval piece, and then this inner oval, and you're going to tape these three down together so that they work all together as one, and run that through the die cutting machine so that you get these in white and in gold. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put some glue. Now I do need my tip for this, so let's see if I can get it working. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. All right, so we're just going to put some glue on the inner and the outer of this die. Now friend, I don't want you to miss out, so I must let you know that today is the last day. It's the last day of July, oh my goodness. But it's also the last day that you can get a free die with $100 purchase. Now, I don't know about you, but I know that I've taken advantage of that savings. So don't miss out. Make sure when you're adding your things to your cart that you have a die in there, and that will come off at checkout, the cost of that. So that's a really fantastic savings. Don't miss out. Lucille, I'm glad you've joined me, my friend. It's lovely to see you. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 oval dies and we're going to cut a piece of the patterned paper so that just sits as a drop shadow underneath, so we've got some colour peeking through. So we'll glue that one on, like so. Okay. Now, I know many of you have been taking advantage of the warehouse savings, so you can save up to 70% in the warehouse clearance section. That's definitely a fabulous savings. And of course, if you're an insider, you save an extra 20%. Okay. And if you live in the States, you get free shipping. And if you're international, you can get a 20% discount on shipping. So it's still a fantastic membership deal. All right. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just put some pop dots on this one. Now, the pop dots have been made super easy to use. These tabs on them for quick release are fantastic. It really does make taking those tops off our card super easy to do. So we'll just peel those off like so. Okay. So my friend, we've made sweet peas. What is your favourite flower? What do you love to create? Now, my top fell off and I've got some glue on my paper, but I'm not going to worry because it's going to be covered up, but it also dries clear. So that will be okay. Right. So we're going to bring in our gold piece. We're going to glue that on into the centre. And then I have a sentiment from my friend Sentiments. And what I've done is I have cut out of a piece where this is from one of the card fronts. Now this is going to be covered by our flowers, so they're not going, this isn't going to be seen. We're only going to see this beautiful pretty bit. Okay, so I'm going to glue this into the center of here like so. There we go. And then we'll glue this on now so we don't have that reflection. That's the only thing with gold card, is that it gives a reflection when we're live. And we'll just add this onto our card front so you can see that this is coming together really nicely. Okay, so I'm going to put my die to one side and I'm going to bring in my leaves. So I have done these leaves. Claribel, you're saying you totally love those pop dots. I have to admit they are my favourites. They've got a really lovely depth to them, and they're really they've got some strength to them. So they hold up. If you're creating lots of dimension, they hold really beautifully. So I've stamped my leaves in leaf green and coloured them in leaf green. And I'm going to use 4 of them. Now, all I've done is I've curled it around my finger. Okay. You could shape with some tools, but that was for quick and easiness. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is you'll see. So I just wanted some colour combinations here. So we've got the green and the purples and a little pop of pink to go with the pink here. So we've got 3 colours working through this from this image here. That's where I took my colours from. And these are from the Vining Sweet Pea. So the stamp and the die set. And I'm using this one. So there are 2. Let's get rid of that reflection. There are 2 in here. Both as beautiful as each other. But for this one, I just wanted some twisty curly cues and things, which I've got here. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to work out how this is going to go. So I'm going to put 4 of these on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I always find it's much easier to work out where I'm going to lay out my flowers before I actually glue them down. Absolutely go for it if you want. Right, so I am going to pull these apart. So I'm going to take this piece off like so, and I'm going to take this piece off as well, and we're going to add them back in, and we'll just shorten it. So we'll put this over here, and I'm going to do the same with this one, and then we're just going to lay this one over here, and then we'll put our flowers on top. Okay, so I think we are good to start gluing down. Okay, so let's do this. Right. Rajni, it's good to see you, my friend. Michelle, you're from Louisiana. It's awesome that you're joining us. I don't know about you, but one of my favourite things to do is to craft together. My goodness, it blows my mind that we are all from different parts of the world, in different time zones, and yet we can come together in one place, all together, and have some crafty fun. I mean, honestly, I would love to have you all in my craft room, absolutely, but there's no way you'd get more than 2 people in here. I actually work in a small utility room of my house. I share my craft room with the fridge and with the washing machine. So, you know, you don't have to have huge, fantastic areas just to have crafty fun doing. Okay, so let's add in. Michelle, you're working and listening. I'm sure that you're having fun at work. Well, I hope you are anyway, my friend. Okay. So we're just going to put these in. So we've got some curlies. That'll show through. Okay, so it's just layering your flowers and your die cuts, and you know, everyone's going to look different probably. There we go. And then I'm just going to take my 2 flowers and I'm going to add some glue to them, and then we'll drop them on to the card. and that it will all be complete. Okay, so that's how we make this beautiful card that's perfect for any occasion. I am so grateful for you, friend. I am so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for our crafty time together. We've spent a lot of it over the years, and I'm excited to spend some more. So those are our cards there, and I just wanted to show you this die also looks fantastic if you're going to put it on a card base as well. So not only does it make a beautiful shaped card, you can use it onto a card base, not a card base, yes, a card base. It's a folded card base, isn't it? There we go. I'm thinking of a shaped card base, right? And I also made a mini album with this, so you can put photos in the middle here. Okay, so I hope that's given you some inspiration, and it's been fantastic to craft with you. Remember, please don't forget that today is the last day. It's the last day of July. It's the last day for you to get a free die with a $100 order. So make sure you add one to your cart and take advantage. If you're an insider, if you're not an insider, then sign up. It's a great savings. And remember the warehouse clearance as well. Friend, it's been fantastic. Thank you for joining me, and have a fabulous rest of your day. Happy crafting. Bye.